In the previous video, we discussed the insecurity in Kerio Valley. We focused on the measures and disarmament process. Today, we will look at areas that are prone to killings, banditry and cattle rustling, and crackdown on illegal firearms in the North Rift region. We will also look at the measures the Kenyan government is putting in place to combat illegal firearms in these areas of Kerio Valley and why. The Kenyan government has launched a massive crackdown on illegal firearms in the North Rift region, following a surge in insecurity. This comes after several attacks by bandits in the villages in Kerio Valley. The attacks have claimed dozens of lives and left many others injured. The government is concerned about the proliferation of illegal firearms in the hands of criminals, and this is because the valley has become a hotspot for illegal firearms. The disarmament exercise is being conducted by a multi-agency team comprising of the Kenya Defense Forces, the National Police Service, and the National Intelligence Service. The team is going door to door to collect illegal firearms from the locals. So far, they have collected more than 100 guns. The government has also imposed a dusk-to-dawn curfew in the affected areas. This is meant to restrict the movement of people so that the security officers can easily track down the criminals. The operation is being led by the Rift Valley Regional Commissioner, who believes they will recover all illegal firearms in the region. The Kenyan government is also collaborating with local leaders to identify and arrest people in possession of illegal firearms. The Kenyan CS of Interior has threatened to take action against anyone found with illegal firearms in the Kerio Valley region. There is nowhere to hide, CS told the locals. The disarmament process is going on smoothly in most parts of the Marakwet, Baringo, West Pokot, and Turkana. However, it has been met with resistance in some areas. For example, in Kerio Valley, some residents have refused to surrender their illegal firearms. They argue that they need the guns for self-defense. The government has urged them to surrender the weapons peacefully. But if they refuse, then the security officers will be forced to use live bullets to get them. It's not just the locals who are in possession of illegal firearms. Bandits from neighboring countries also sneak into Kenya to steal livestock, and sometimes they kill people. The government is also trying to work with the neighboring countries to stop the cross-border attacks. The attacks by bandits in the North Rift region have caused significant suffering among the locals. Many families have been displaced from their homes. Others have lost loved ones. The government is using all available resources to ensure that peace and stability are restored in the region as soon as possible. The insecurity in the North Rift region is a serious threat to the county's stability. If not addressed, it could spiral out of control and lead to a full-blown conflict. That is why the government is taking the disarmament process very seriously. It is hoped that the operation will be successful and bring lasting peace to the region. The illegal weapons that have for years haunted the Kerio Valley have started haunting the bandits themselves. For years now, the people of Elgeyo Marakwet, Baringo, Turkana, and Samburu counties have lived in fear of attacks from heavily armed bandits. Women and children have been killed, and entire villages have been displaced. Homes have been burnt, and many have had to flee their other counties like Uasin Gishu and Trans Nzoia. But now the government is stepping up its efforts to restore peace in the region. So stay tuned until the end, because I have an update for you. You won't believe this. The government has launched a disarmament exercise in the area, and many of the residents have welcomed this move. During the disarmament process, government intelligence and multi-agency securities are cracking down on key perpetrators and suspects who are in the illegal trade and supply of firearms and ammunitions to the bandits. And this has really helped to restore peace and stability in the region, as the criminal bandits have laid down their arms, and many of them have even been arrested. For instance, one of the notorious bandits, notorious for terrorizing the Kerio Valley and its environs, surrendered his weapon after a long period of persistent sensitization by the local peace committee. The weapon he surrendered. It was an AK-47 rifle with 2 magazines and 80 rounds of ammunition. Another bandit leader who has been terrorizing the region for years also surrendered his Cheska pistol with 15 rounds of ammunition. All these efforts are aimed at restoring peace in the region so that the locals can live without fear of attacks from bandits. So, if you're a resident of Kerio Valley or any part of the country, be assured that the government is doing everything possible to protect you and your property. We will not allow a few individuals to continue causing havoc and disrupting the peace we all cherish. As the government intensifies the crackdown on illegal weapons and those supplying them, let us all remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities to the authorities. Together, we can make our communities safer for everyone. For the last 1 month, the residents of Eligeo Marakwet and Baringo have been living in fear after bandits attacked several villages, killing dozens of people and burning many houses. This forced schools in the area to close indefinitely. But today, calm has returned to the area. Education has resumed in the schools. Displaced people have also returned to the area to start rebuilding their homes. Farming and trade has also resumed in the two areas. This follows a peace agreement between the two warring communities. And it seems the peace deal is holding as the bandits are surrendering their illegal weapons. This has made the Kerio Valley, which had become a valley of death and a dangerous place for the residents, to now return to normalcy. It's a big win for the multi-agency security team that has been hunting down these criminals. The operation has been going on for the last 4 months, and this is the longest and the largest operation in the area since the year 2000, when the government launched a similar disarmament exercise. The North Rift region has in the recent past experienced an increase in cases of cattle rustling, killings and injuries, all linked to illegal firearms. Marakwet East Sub-County Commissioner confirmed that they had received reports of disarmament. He said that the locals had started returning to the villages and that they were hopeful that peace would return. The disarmament process was going on well, and that they were hopeful that the area will soon be completely rid of illegal firearms. The peace agreement between the two warring communities was still intact, and that they were committed to ensuring that there is no cattle rustling in the area police boss said. The administrators expressed optimism that the ongoing peace process will bring an end to the senseless killings in the region. This will also bring back the good old days when the residents of Kerio Valley lived as one community. Before the disarmament, life was really tough for the residents of Kerio Valley. Many had to flee their homes and abandon their farms and businesses. But now that the peace agreement is holding and the bandits are surrendering their illegal weapons, things are slowly returning to normal. It is our hope that this peace agreement will last and that the residents will finally live in peace after years of living in fear. You wonder how and where these illegal firearms come from, and who provides them to the Kerio Valley bandits and criminals, and how does it get to the deepest parts of Kerio Valley? This is a major question that has perplexed many, including government security agencies. The answer remains a mystery, but it is believed to revolve around cartels involved in the smuggling of illegal firearms across borders in neighboring countries such as Congo, Uganda, Ethiopia, and southern Sudan, which has previously experienced civil war. However, the Kenyan government has issued an intensive warning to anyone involved in the illegal trade to surrender or face the full force of the law because they are on the police wanted list. If you know of anyone in possession of an illegal firearm and willing to surrender, tell him or her to take it to the local chief or nearest police station within the days of amnesty, and they will be free and cleared just like others who have done so. Local politicians and leaders in Kerio Valley are also cautioned against giving money out during campaigns for the purchase of guns and bullets in the areas prone to banditry. The government is also investigating people who buy cattle from local markets to see if they are involved in illegal firearms deals in exchange for cows or other animals. There is also a plan by Kenyan and Ugandan police forces to crack down on transit drivers suspected of transporting firearms from other countries to towns in the North Rift. No criminal will be left out, the police commissioner said, while addressing local chiefs from all counties in the region. Along with fighting crime and cracking down on illegal firearms, the government is building tarmacked roads in the area such as Biretwo Sigor Road, Chesoy, Chesongok, and Tot Barpelo, as well as carrying out rural electrification connectivity as this will create employment for the majority of the youth in the area through self-employment. The good infrastructure will also attract investors, enhance security, and boost businesses in the region. Peace education has also been implemented in the affected areas of Kerio Valley, as well as the establishment of a technical schools for young people. Furthermore, robbery with violence, theft, murder, possession of illegal firearms, and property destruction are all punishable by a minimum of 20 years in prison. And to be on the safe side, surrender yourself and any illegal weapons you have, or the police will come for you. A warning was issued to the criminals through the locals' chief's offices. Everyone in Kerio Valley values peace and stability, from school children to civil servants, traders to investors, residents, church leaders, and international visitors. We must establish peace. Thank you for watching. Comment and subscribe to our video.